We've got just like 12 days until the election. So let's take a look at the financial status of these two campaigns, see what we can learn about their ability to really shake things up with the days that remain. So President Trump's reelection campaign committee, apparently, according to the reporting, ended September with only $63.1 million in the bank, despite canceling some television buys late last month that we reported on, leaving him badly outmatched financially against Joe Biden, who reported $177.3 million in cash on hand for the final stretch of the campaign. Fortunes have reversed sharply from the spring when Trump and the Republicans had nearly 190 million more in the bank than Biden and the Democrats at that point. Now entering October, Mr. Biden had close to triple as much of the most flexible campaign dollars as the president, which I guess isn't super surprising. The Democrats do always raise a lot during presidential elections, but remember that Joe Biden was the guy who wasn't doing a great job during the primary of raising money. Like he was being regularly beaten by not just like Bernie and Warren, but Buttigieg as well. The last few months, that has not been the case. And they now have a huge amount of money with which to run ads, be flexible, all of that stuff, Ben.
Yeah. I hope that they've been spending in some key areas like ads. Ads are effective to a certain extent, but I'm a little concerned about their ground game in some of the key states. And I don't know that they have enough time to actually get a ground game in some of these areas. So they have a lot of money, but it's about how they have been using it up to this point. And at this point, it's just like last minute spending.
You just reminded me of something that there had been some reporting on. But I haven't seen anything in like a month. Yeah, that lack of get out the vote door to door. Oh God, now I'm a little bit scared. That's true. Like Florida, they supposedly did not have much of a presence.
Right.
Even states like Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh God. Anyway, well, they've got money. Maybe do something. Maybe not just ads, and also maybe ads in places like Texas. Just try. Come on, Texas deserves it. It deserves to go blue. Spend a little bit of money. You've got it. But anyway, really fast, let's run through a few other bits of news about the financial status. I love that our producers threw this in the document, this old tweet from Brad Parscale, who has troubles of his own. For nearly 3 years, we've been building a juggernaut campaign, Death Star. It is firing in all cylinders, data, digital, TV, political, surrogates, coalitions, debt, so much debt, we don't have any money. No, in a few days, we start pressing fire for the first time. Well, he got fired. And now apparently they're running out of money. So here's the thing. It is one thing for him to be lagging in money, okay? Here's the thing. Trump is supposedly a billionaire. He's lagging by like $100 million. He could give himself $100 million and supposedly not even care about it. He'll just endorse a couple more products and he'll be fine. Here's the thing. He's apparently not actually doing that. Back in early September, he weighed spending as much as $100 million of his own money on his reelection bid. When asked by reporters if he planned to self-fund part of his run, Trump said, "If I have to, I would." Well, apparently you have to. But the money hasn't actually materialized. Trump has contributed just over $8,000 to his campaign so far this cycle. Back in 2016, he contributed 66 million. So if I'm trying to read his like expectation of a win, how invested he is in a thing, I'm gonna do that based on his investment. And he's invested $8 grand. That's nothing. I don't even know, how did he invest so little? What did he get? Like, did he get a straw or something? A hat? Not a mask, I know that.
No, I think that's the perfect analysis, right? He poured in that initial money in 2016. He saw he was onto something. He had an opportunity, and now I think he sees clearly like, I'm not putting my money out there. First of all, I don't think he has the same amount of money, right? I don't think he has the money that he's been bragging about. And now that we all know that he's in debt, maybe that's like his kryptonite, sunlight. Everyone knows that you're actually not this rich. So he's like, okay, I'm only gonna spend $8,000. Besides, he's got $400 million worth of debt that he has to take care of coming up soon. Some of those key things that he owes has to be paid coming up soon.
That's true. You might want to save a little bit of money for that. And so for those watching, why does this matter? Well, remember, we've got less than 2 weeks. The polls have been fairly consistent now for weeks. They could be consistently wrong. That is a possibility that I am not discounting, but they've been pretty consistent. And so what we're doing is we're reading the tea leaves. We've got our fingers in the sheep entrails. We're just trying to see what could shake this up. That's why we care about this debate, although It doesn't feel at this point like it's likely to really shake things up. Ad buys and further campaigning that is funded by these millions of dollars could do that. But that's not what we're seeing. Like they're pulling spending from states that they're putting spending in the states they expected to win comfortably, like Ohio and Iowa, and others that they thought might be competitive. They're just pulling entirely out of. And it's not to say that he couldn't still win these states, like he could, but these are not signs of strength in the final stretch of a campaign, basically.
He's on his last legs, and I'm hoping, all things remaining equal, that he will experience a loss that's going to send him running out of the country. Like he said, if he loses, he's going to have to leave. So he's maybe saving his money for that.
Yeah, maybe he wants to get first class. One other just fun bit of information on the funding that I thought was interesting. So lawyers at Jones Day, so this is a legal firm that has earned millions as outside counsel for Donald Trump, have donated nearly $90,000 to the campaign committee of Joe Biden. Contributions to the Trump campaign by those same lawyers has totaled $50. So they've earned $4.5 million since 2019 working for the Trump campaign, and they have plowed some of that money back into replacing Donald Trump in this election. I just thought that was funny. That's amazing.
That is $50. Donald Trump is funding his own opposition with all of his outside representation. That's amazing.
Yeah, $50 is nothing. That's like Trump's federal tax burden, basically. Like that's how low that is. Anyway, yeah, and again, please everybody don't get complacent. You hopefully should have already voted, but if not, please register. You know what? Let's do the game that we do quite often in the chat right now. Whether you're on Twitch or on YouTube, if you voted, write voted. If you're registered but haven't voted yet, write registered. And if you haven't done either, get out of here. Come on, seriously, what are you doing at this point? Get out of the chat. I'm kidding, but maybe you're international. I'm seeing a lot of voted come in.
Yeah,
1 or 2 registered. It's a lot more voted than it was the first time we did this a few weeks back. Bad Rongo says registered, don't hate me. I don't hate you. I accept you for who you are. Okay, a lot of voted there. Okay, maybe we can be confident. People don't seem like they're taking anything for granted. Check out the Damage Report podcast each day, wherever you get your podcasts, whether Pocket Casts or Stitcher or iTunes. You can join me as I give you the news and stories you want, with a range of co-hosts and interview guests jumping in on the fun each day. Again, that's the Damage Report, wherever you get your podcasts. And if you get them at iTunes, don't forget to rate and review. Sometimes I'll read them live on the show.